New Thought Media Network. We are a global broadcast network of positive music, media, and entertainment, inspiring humanity's evolution along the journey of enlightenment and creating a world of love, peace, empowerment, and prosperity for all. New Thought Media Network. Positively inspiring.
New Thought Media Network presents A Grand Vision, a 30-minute exploration of the emergent vision of New Thought Media Network. Get ready to explore the grand vision.
Well, hello again, dear ones. Rev Robert with you here on a Monday afternoon. It's 4 o'clock on the Mountain Time Zone, and that means it's time for our Grand Vision broadcast for the week. You know, this is an opportunity. Well, maybe you don't know. Maybe this is your first time with us, and if it is, welcome. And whether you're watching this live or on a rebroadcast, welcome. Grateful that you are taking the time to tune in and learn a little bit more about this grand vision that we have for New Thought Media Network. And I call this program a grand vision, because I like to open each week with a reflection on the visioning process, because we do Monday morning visioning every week here on the network, Monday mornings, 7 a.m. Mountain Time. And in that, we ask a question: what is the highest vision for New Thought Media Network? And I like to share what came through for me, and I also like to share what came through for some of the other folks that are a part of our network. So every week, we do a 45-minute process. It starts at 7 a.m. Mountain Time. At the end of the process, I ask people to share with me what came through for them as the high vision for New Thought Media Network. Generally, there's 2 or 3 people that share, and not everybody does, and that's okay, not a problem. And a lot of people watch that program after hours, so they don't chime in and share what comes through for them. But what does, I put into our visioning book here. I got this big old journal that is filled with visioning notes, nothing but visioning notes for this network. And so today, our dear practitioner and friend Fiona, what came through for her was a circle fractal of harmonizing colors, emerging joyously from a focal point of a community town square. Pretty cool stuff. For Linda Plasters, I saw fireworks and heard the words. We guide and lead others to look up, see the beauty and potential. I was reminded of that movie, Don't Look Up. Look up. Look up, folks. And what came through for me today, a global vibration of peace, love, empowerment, and prosperity. A space for authentic spiritual leaders, teachers, and those seeking the truth of their lives. A new form of spiritual community. It's a family affair. And, you know, I want y'all to know, I take words very seriously. I think you all know that. And the word family can sometimes it can be a trigger for some people. Let's put it that way. Right? It can be a trigger for some people. It doesn't have to be, but it can be. And then there is... there's so many different words that are being used to try to describe a collective of individuals. Tribe, family, community, whatever we want to call it, right? I like using the word community, and sometimes the word family comes through. And for me, community is broader and family is a little more intimate. So it is a family affair in that we're not all necessarily blood relatives, but we are all related in the fact that we're all part of this oneness we call God. And so that's that. Sometimes the family is the community. Sometimes the community seems more like a family. But the overall essence that I feel is that it's a collective. And we're doing this from various locations and various opportunities. Some of you know that I was recently in New Mexico hanging out with Robin and Gil Now, Robin and Gil do a program here on Wednesdays called Rock and the Love. They're not going to be with us this week because they're taking a well-deserved vacation in Costa Rica. But they do a program called Rock and the Love. I went down to New Mexico and hung out with them, and we were able to share a broadcast of a concert with Ricky Byers Beckwith. Now, that's still online. You can find it. Just head over to our website, over to our YouTube page, and you can find that over there on our YouTube page. And this week for their program, again, Wednesdays at 1, 12 Pacific, 1 Mountain Time. Wednesdays at 1, we'll be doing, we're going to do some highlights of that program, of that original concert. So you can check out some of the highlights on Wednesday with us for that. So the vision of a global broadcast network of positive music, media, and entertainment means that we get to go do some fun stuff. And one of the other really fun things that we're doing, and it's coming up real soon, but there's still time for you to get involved, is the Camp Cedar Ridge birthday party. You might ask, what is that? Well, I'm going to share it with you. Check this out.
Happy birthday, Camp Cedar Ridge. We invite you to come camp and celebrate our first year while in sacred service. May 19th through the 21st, we'll be restoring our beloved meditation labyrinth. Come camp with us for the weekend, and all we'll ask you to cover are the meals. Vegetarian, vegan, and gluten-free options are available. That's the weekend of Friday, May 19th to Sunday, May 21st. You can bring your own tent or act fast and register for one of our glamping tents or bunkhouse beds while supplies last. We do have limited indoor accommodations for an additional fee. Find more details and registration at campcedarridgeor.org/lab.
Yes, Camp Cedar Ridge in just a couple of weeks. And I would, if you're anywhere near the Oregon area or you'd like to travel to the Oregon area for the weekend, this is a great opportunity to be a part of something much bigger and to support not only our youth and the teens of New Thought, but also support the concept of what Camp Cedar Ridge is. So if you haven't heard of Camp Cedar Ridge, it used to be a basketball camp outside of the Portland area, and it's been turned over, and I don't want to say we, because I'm not really a part of it. We're just supporting it. But there's a whole new board of directors in place, and they're revamping this camp to be more of a spiritual retreat center and camp. And it's just been a year now since they've been in place. So we're going up there to help them, just as it said, rebuild their camp. Ronald Williams. Peace and blessings and abundance to you as well, sir. Good to see you. Yes, it has been a little bit. Grateful to see you here hanging out with us on a Monday evening, I believe, where you are. So that's what we're doing. That's one of the ways you can attend the things that we're doing here on New Thought Media Network. Now, remember, over on our website, I'm going to go over there, actually. Let's show you that. That means I got to change something here. Over on the website, we've got 4 basic. There it is. All right. Yes. Okay. Let's go here. So we've got 4 basic portions to our website: listen, watch, engage, and attend. Listen, watch, engage, and attend. So listen is the radio station. And if you click here, or actually you can click right up here even, pop out a little music player. That's what's on the station right now. So we're going to go away from that. So from the very beginning, you've got listen, watch, engage, and attend. Oh, we're still on the watch. Let's go home and let's go to attend. Now, this is the place where you can come and experience the events that we're going to be a part of. So there's Camp Cedar Ridge Restoration Weekend. There's the International New Thought Alliance in Florida in July. We'll be there. The ANTN Summer Conference coming in October. But hey, what's this thing? Jamie Lula live in Arvada. Yup, that's right. We're having another house concert, folks, and we're super excited to share it with you. So check this out.
Better 'cause I walk through walls and doors. Better 'cause I'm falling down. I'm better than before. And I'm glad I stuck around better than you were before. Better 'cause you've walked through walls and doors. Better 'cause you've fallen down. You're better than before. And I'm glad you stuck around. Oh, I'm glad you stuck around.
Yes. I'm telling you, I'm excited to have Jamie Lula in the house right upstairs in my living room. It's going to be a fun evening. Now, if you're in the Denver area and you'd like to join us, please send me a message or send an email, info@ntmedia.org. I will send you the address on how to get here and all that information. If you are local, we're doing a potluck dinner. It starts at 6:30 in the evening, Friday night. So you can just come out, make it a date night, enjoy your, bring your friends, all that stuff. Tell your friends. Let's get a whole house full of people here for Jamie on a Friday evening. If you're not local, however, number one, if you'd like to come into town, just do it. Grab a ticket, jump on a plane, come into town, give me a call. I'll come pick you up at the airport or have somebody pick you up at the airport. We might even have a futon here you can crash on if you need. And for all those that are not local and not traveling, yes, it will be live streamed. Come on, we're a broadcast media network. It'll be live streamed. We'll make sure that we have it available for you to check out on YouTube. That's only going to be on YouTube because I tell you, one of the things we could really use your help with here is increasing our YouTube watch hours. So we're at a pivotal junction in our development and our growth. And what YouTube does is they look at your watch hours on an annual basis, rolling day to day. So every day, the number of watch hours we've had in the last year goes up a little or goes down a little. It all depends on whether yesterday was a little better than it was a year ago. I'm a little bit better than I was before. Sing it again, Jamie. No, we're not going to watch that again, but that was good. He'll sing that this week. It'll be good. So we really want to increase our YouTube watch hours. I'm going to invite you to join us over on our YouTube on our YouTube site. Just do a search for New Thought Media Network and watch a couple videos. Click on a couple things and watch maybe some of the shows you haven't seen. Because, we do have a really huge number of shows anymore. And we've got some new things coming. So I want to highlight some of those. If you look near the top, there's our Monday morning visioning, Mystic Writers Hangout on Tuesday, the midweek meditation. Those are all normal and have been there for a while. But look at that. Wednesdays, Enlightened Living with Reverend Dr. Elizabeth Canty, a newer friend of mine. And I'm grabbing her book because I got it right here. Living Enlightened, The Joy of Integrating Spirit, Mind, and Body. And she got this published by Divorce. So it's good because Divorce doesn't publish just anything. So her program is on Thursdays at 7 a.m. And I encourage you to check that out. Also, some new highlights coming. If you look over on Monday, right there at 10 a.m., The Growing Edge Live with Reverend Dr. Ali Benjamin. Reverend Dr. Ali is a CSL, a Science of Mind minister, and CSL trained, that also has her own independent community. She's a part of the affiliated New Thought Network, a friend of ours from there. And this is going to be a really, really good program. If you happen to already know of Reverend Allie's work, you're probably very as excited as I am that she's coming over onto the network. And that's going to be Mondays at 10 a.m. So please keep your eyes open for that. Another thing that's happening on Mondays, I've had this vision of an all hearts visioning, and I think it's going to land on Mondays. It's once a month. It's going to be a little more longer form. It's not quite the same as Monday morning visioning, and it only happens once a month. And I'm thinking here we're going to try it on the first Monday. So we've already gotten past the first Monday in May. That's part of why Monday works. And the last Monday in May is Memorial Day. So we're looking at June 5th for the first one of those. You can keep that on your calendar. A couple other things upcoming as well. If you look over on Thursdays at 4 o'clock Mountain, that also happens to be 3 o'clock on the Pacific time zone. And we've got a new program coming Thursdays at 3 with Reverend Brock Ford. That another new friend from the affiliated New Thought Network, and he's going to be bringing forward a show on equality, social justice, and more, starting here in the early part of June as well. And I believe we're launching that show on June 8th, so you can look forward to that. If you didn't catch it this past week, there is a new show at 9:30 a.m. Viviendo en Oración. I didn't say that right. It's called Living in Prayer. This is our new Spanish language prayer program. Happens at 9:30 Mountain Time, Monday through Friday. So I encourage you to join us for that. Okay, let's talk about a couple other things that are happening and coming up in the near future. One of the other pieces and another part of the vision of New Thought Media Network is that and I say it a lot, we are working to erase the false belief in denominationalism that is still operating within the New Thought movement. So, real quick history lesson. If you're not aware, the New Thought philosophy is considered to have 3 branches: divine science, the unity movement, and the religious science movement, which is now known as Centers for Spiritual Living. Religious science is the philosophy. Centers for Spiritual Living is the organization. We teach from the book called Science of Mind by Ernest Holmes. So if we really want to know what is New Thought, it is the religious science movement, the divine science movement. Interestingly enough, divine science bubbled up here in Denver in its earliest stages, and the unity movement by Myrtle and Charles Fillmore. So in the time since the beginning of New Thought, there have been numerous other outreach and out branches. Hillside Center, the Universal Foundation for Better Living, the Agape International Spiritual Center. These are all now considered part of the New Thought, oh, here's that word, family. And all these various organizations. So we have a vision to be a part of that. Not to just, and I don't want to say just, but currently we are an affiliated community with the Centers for Spiritual Living. They were brought up in the religious science vein, or the religious science camp, if you will. The religious science side of the family tree. And there is a concerted movement across the planet to bring all these different organizations at least to the table to have a conversation, at least to keep having a conversation. And this got started last year in Chicago at the International New Thought Alliance conference. Now we're going to be at their conference again this coming year. And I guess I should pull that up for everybody, so we can take a look at that real quick. We're going to be supporting them this year in July. It's the 108th annual Congress, and you know what? They just got the website up for this so that we can share this with you. Let's take a look here. It's going to be called Beacon of Love, Shining Together in Consciousness. It's happening July 17th through July 20th at the Sunshine Cathedral in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. If you don't know the Sunshine Cathedral, oh my gosh, golly gee, they are the nation's largest, maybe the world's largest queer church. That's what they call themselves. And absolutely a New Thought community. And we're really happy and excited to be there. Now, you can find out more about the registration for that on our website. Again, that's under the Present tab over on the website. And that's all happening in July. And they kind of, in many ways, were part of the this coming together. Well, there have been other attempts over the years, and one of those centers around an organization called Parliament of World Religions. Now, Parliament of World Religions has been around for quite a long time now. They are not an annual gathering. They generally go every 4 years. They have a different gathering in different places. And this year, yep, you got it. They're doing a gathering in Chicago. This is going to happen in August 14th through the 18th at the McCormick Place Lakeside Center in downtown Chicago. Their event is called A Call to Conscience, Defending Freedom and Human Rights. It's the 2023 Parliament of the World's Religions. This is a huge event, major event. And we're going to be there, folks. New Thought Media Network will have a small group of people that are going. There's all kinds of information here, by the way. You can get more about what's happening. And we're going to have a group of us there. Myself, Reverend Sherry Johnson's going to be there, I know, and a whole handful of our friends from the affiliated New Thought Network. And they have graciously chosen to partner with us to create a documentary video around New Thought as a world religion, and to look at New Thought's involvement in the Parliament. Now, there are a lot of people going from the Agape Spiritual Center, from the Universal Foundation for Better Living, Unity Worldwide Ministries, Unity Village, Divine Science Federation will be there. The Centers for Spiritual Living will be there. There will be people from, as I said, New Thought Media Network. I'm trying to think if I forgot anybody. The affiliated Global Association for Global New Thought, AGNT, and their executive director, Barbara Fields, will be there. Amazing collection of New Thought leaders, luminaries, thought leaders, visionaries, and more. And we're all getting together to have our own area. We're going to we got a whole bunch of booths that we're getting, and they're all going to be connected to each other. So we're going to create a pavilion of New Thought where we're all kind of hanging out with each other. This is going to be super fun. We're going to do various live broadcasts from the location on site throughout the week, and creating a full-length documentary video of the event and New Thought's involvement with the Parliament of the World's Religions. So my point in all this is there is plenty of stuff going on around here. If you'd like to get involved, we'd love to have your help. There is so much happening that we would love to get you involved and have your support in making this happen, in making these events happen. If you'd like to attend one of these events, let us know. In some cases, we might even be able to save you a few bucks. And if nothing else, you get to hang out with us. We'll make sure you get some stickers and some swag and stuff like that at all these events. But the important part is that we are raising the awareness of who we are and what we're doing in the world. We're raising the awareness of the vision for this network and how this network can support other communities in being more seen, more well-known, more recognizable, more out there, if you will. See, I really believe that together we can reach all areas of this planet, regardless of internet access. We can be supporting the uprising of New Thought wherever it may be. So I'm going to invite you again, come be a part of what we're doing. And let's take a real quick look at all the different organizations that are already supporting us and helping us. Check this out. Please help us say thank you to our organizational sponsors and donors, including the Hefferland Foundation, Affiliated New Thought Network, International New Thought Alliance, Science of Mind Archives and Library Foundation, Center for Spiritual Living Denver, Center for Spiritual Living Midtown Atlanta, New Thought Philadelphia, Planned Happiness Institute, Summit Center for Spiritual Living, Center for Spiritual Living on the Lake, Unity Spiritual Center Kitchener, Om Center for Spiritual Living, Center for Spiritual Living North Jersey, Unity of Savannah, Center for Spiritual Living Seattle, and all of our individual donors and sponsors. Thank you for being a part of the New Thought Media Network. Please come be you. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you to all of our organizational sponsors and individual donors. Every one of you makes a huge difference in helping us get this word out, get to these events, and letting more and more people know exactly what we're up to and how this mighty philosophy can support people across the planet. You know, this is, we're going to talk more next week about the upcoming Kenya conference as well that's happening next January into February, mostly in February, and how you might want to support that, because new thought is bubbling up all over the planet. And I believe our place in all of that is not to go places and superimpose new thought onto something. It is to support where we've seen new thought rising up in the world. See, new thought is not unique just to North America. It's not unique to just a group of thinkers that happen to think these these thoughts, thought these thinks these. Yeah, you know what I mean. It's not unique to us, these small groups that are all over the place. If we band together, as we come together in sacred community, well, number one, that old saying of a rising tide lifts all boats. Well, guess what, folks? An expanded consciousness attracts more people. And so as we come together as a collective, as a family, as all these various versions of the family tree or branches on the family tree, we're going to create a vibration, a consciousness, a vibration of consciousness that ripples out across the world. And that is already happening. And because of that, that energetic ripple bubbles up in different places. South America, in Kenya, in the Ukraine, all across Europe. And I can see the vision of new thought bubbling up in all these amazing places. And New Thought Media Network can be a support mechanism. Not a driver, not a regulator, not an overseer, but a support mechanism that says, hey, maybe this works for you guys. I don't know if it worked here or didn't work here, but we're going to, hey, how can we support you? Hey, what do you need? What resources do you need? Because what I know is when new thought blossoms and presents itself as an authentic expression of community and faith and philosophy and a way of life, well, it changes lives. And we are exactly that. We are a faith, a philosophy, and a way of life. Here at New Thought Media Network, we strive to make your way of life more enjoyable, more entertaining, with positive media, with good news, and all the various shows that we put on each and every week. Hey, I realize I'm running out of time, and I would imagine you want to get to your next event or whatever it might be. So I want to thank you for being with us. I'm Rev Robert. I'm going to get out of here for now, but I will be back next Monday at the same time, 4 o'clock Mountain, for another vision of our grand vision. Until then, I wish you peace and richest blessings. Bye now.